Welcome back to News Watch 12 this morning. We're going to turn it over to Storm Watch 12 meteorologist Josh Colberth over in the Weather Center to talk about kind of our visibility in our region. We got some fog in our area. I have a question. Why does the fog always seem to kind of collect in the Grants Pass area? I feel like every morning we're always talking about fog, and it's always really heavy in the Grants Pass area.
It's because that's where the temperature inversion sets up, and a lot of that has to do with the slope of the valley and the slope of the mountains. So typically that's where a lot of the cold air pulls up, and that's why we have so much condensation and clouds in the morning up towards Grants Pass. That's an excellent question. We're going to see a lot more of that throughout the rest of this wet season. Right now you're taking a live look at Medford, and the fog isn't always as much of a guarantee here. And so far it's panning out that way. 45 degrees right now in Medford, good visibility here, but if you're taking the drive from Grants Pass up to Roseburg, just know that you could run into some very thick fog, especially up towards Sexton Summit. Temperatures this morning are much warmer compared to yesterday morning, but we're still, for the most part, in the 30s and 40s, so you would really want to bundle up as you're headed out the door for this morning. We're just tracking a few sprinkles on the map. Nothing too significant. I think for most of today, most of us are going to be dry, but it's not going to be the most sunny day out there. In fact, we'll be pretty overcast come time for lunchtime. We'll see some clear skies for dinner time, but I think overall this is maybe a day that you'd want to eat indoors unless the venue has like an outdoor heater or something like that. So for today, you'll have seasonal temperatures. They'll be in the 50s, most of it's dry. Now, if we do have additional showers lingering for the rest of this morning, the area that would be most conducive for that would be along the coast. But elsewhere, keeping it dry. We will have some sunshine a little bit later today, but not very much. And winds overall will be light, except for up in the Cascades, where they could gust out of the west and northwest upwards of 25 miles per hour. And then for tonight, we will continue to have some very cloudy skies, and we could see the return of some fog into the west side valleys of southern Oregon. But overall, temperatures will find themselves maybe just a little bit colder compared to what we have for this morning. 20s to the east of the Cascades, 30s and 40s for west side valleys, middle 40s along the coast in Curry County. And then we're tracking another storm system as we head into Saturday. This one's also looking pretty weak. We'll stop this right around 8 in the morning on Saturday, and just a few showers along the coast. We'll stop this around lunchtime and around dinner time. It's the same thing. The storm system is going to stall out right along the coast, bringing some very small shower chances. But overall, this weekend is looking fairly dry, especially for inland spots. But that is going to change by the time we get to Monday. And a Tuesday and a Wednesday, it's looking very active. So even though this week, yes, it started off pretty active on Monday, but then trended much drier after that, looks like we're going to have much more consistent wet and active weather into next week. Temperatures also staying very consistent, very seasonal over the next 7 days. Here's the 7-day forecast for the coast. We'll have a chance for showers for the rest of this morning, but then the rest of the day looking fairly dry. And then we'll have a couple different shower chances over the weekend. For Siskiyou County, keeping it dry through Sunday. Then we'll have that chance for showers on Monday. Showers looking much more likely for Tuesday and Wednesday. For the Basin, also keeping it dry through Sunday, and then we'll have several chances for wet weather after that. And I'm thinking it's just going to be wet and not wintry, as snow levels look to stay mainly above 5,000 feet. But we could see several different rounds of snow up in the Cascades, and it's a little too early to say how much snow we could get, but it's definitely something we're going to be tracking. And then for the Rogue Valley, also dry through Sunday, and then looking much wetter next week.